Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. So here is the punter, Matt Bosher, to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. To Hunt. 180. Check. Get the 9. Check pass. Check pass. Check. Wait for Omaha. Wait to Hunt.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run, Cook, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. First. 45 is the mark. Come on, boy. Hey, exit.
Now on 2nd and 16. Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Check, 45 to Mike. I'm coming. Hey, can't. 45.
3rd and long for Cousins. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
Well, from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Flag 25! Squeeze, double.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. A big run there by Freeman. 41 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. They toss to Freeman. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Well, these two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. And the Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was a Falcons victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in January of '99. Gary Anderson missed a field goal to potentially win it at the end of regulation, and then the Falcons would get the victory in OT 30-27, and they were off to the Super Bowl. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 99. Check 99.
Two. Hey, yo. Hey, zoom.
Check.
Hot.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Wide. 59. Mike, 59.
Hey, Charlie.
Big Sears right.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I'm here all day. Shit.
Hey, can.
Check 4. Check
X3. 218, chopper. Listen to me. Hey, Haywood.
45, Mike, 45.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
59. Bandit. Watch twist.
Lucky 50. Flag. Hey, Delta.
Mike 5'9. All day, baby.
Cousins now. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Now he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Ringo, 48. Hey, Steamer.
Switch.
Go.
Cousins gives way to Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Cousins to throw it. It's complete to Diggs. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
I know, he's easy. Bravo.
59 Mike. Check. 59. Check.
From the red zone now, Cousins escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Slip.
80 weapon. Hey, we're good, we're good.
Check, 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 check.
Hey, 382, last 50. Wait time.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
You ain't yellow, yellow, yellow.
You ain't doing nothing today. Mike 5'9", Mike.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Hey. Mike, check, check. 59, 59. All day.
Leave it, bring up 48.
Any day.
Hey, in orbit.
59, Mike. Check, 59. Hey, I'm coming.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Black. Hey, high 7. Wait, hot.
Now Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Shoot. 2. Crunch.
Now a run with Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hey, wahoo.
Mike, check, 59. I got him. 59 is Mike, 59 is Mike.
Cousins. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
36. Check 26. Kill.
Greystone, Travis. Zebra. Hey, Echo.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tight end right. We got
Alpha.
We got 4.
Out. 300.
A give to Cook out of the gun. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
59 is Mike. Check, 59. Let's go, defense.
5.
Mike, 59.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's go. Let's bring first. Mike, check.
Hey, exit.
59. Hey, defense, let's go. 59 is Mike. Check, 59. Ready? Mike's 59. Mike.
Hey, can't.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Cousins. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Great job, man. Keep getting those touchdowns.
He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Tight down. There you go. Hey, zoom. 45. Mike, 45. I'm coming after you.
Hey, check Mike 45.
Here's Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Right there in the middle, 55. Yeah.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Now it's Ryan. Hooking up here with Maurice Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
I got 11. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Mark 55. Watch the slant.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Stephen Weatherly in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Let him go.
Freeman again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go, baby. Turn up. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Mike, 55. Wait. 55.
Hey, come on, now. Come on, now.
Mike, get out.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Ready, Sonata.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Ready, Sonata.
Here we go.
Caught by Jones. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 60 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
3 buzz. 45. Mike, 45. Watch the two. He's crashing.
Hey, Delta. Black.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, man.
Throwing, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
45. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Cousins on first down. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Makes the score Falcons 27, Vikings 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Defense wins championships, baby. Got it, got it. Check right. Watching you fly. Go, go, go.
Hey, high 7.
55.
I smell fear.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 61 yards. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Space. Check 55 to mine. Check 50.
Hey, wahoo!
All day, defense, all day.
Hey, check right.
throwing again. Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Stay with your man.
Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Black. Check black. Hey, echo.
45, 45, Mike, 45. 45 is the Mike.
To throw, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check, 59.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Hey, Alpha.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still...
A 1st down throw for Cousins. It's caught. Smith. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
1st down. Here's Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, exit.
It's a gain 7.
From the 16, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They'll run with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
6-yard line.
Kill Smith. First. 45's the mic.
2nd down and goal. Cousins. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, watch this. Can't. Hey, Zoo. 45. Mike, 45.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Two. Hey, Charlie. 45, Mike, 45. You gonna see me in your night. You gonna see me.
4th down, Cousins. And it is incomplete. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Freeman again, a first down carry. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Ready, Blue 80. White 25. Check. Walk 54. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Falcons, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.